everybody. I'm going to call this meeting of the King William County Board of Supervisors to order. If we could get the roll call, please.
Here.
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 Here. Everyone, please rise for a moment of silence. And if you could tonight during that moment, please spare a thought for Mr. Cecil Schools, former Board of Supervisors member who passed recently. Thank you. Please join us in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Gentlemen, we have an amended agenda in front of us. I'll entertain a motion to adopt, or if there are any changes.
Make a motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion seconded. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Hodges?
Aye.
Mr. Garber?
Aye.
Mr. Moran?
Aye.
Mr. Greenwood?
Aye.
Chairman Scott?
Next, we come to public comment. Speakers will have 3 minutes per individual or 5 minutes for a group on non-public hearing matters. We do have another number of public hearings tonight, so please review the agenda and make sure your comments are pertinent to one of those. If you are representing a group, please state so before you begin speaking, and before you begin, please state your name and the district in which you reside. I will open the public comment period.
Come forward.
Yeah, if you wish to speak, just please come forward, approach the lectern. And anybody on the Zoom that wishes to have public comment, if you could message King William County in the chat, we'll get you in the queue. If you're on the phone, I believe it's *9 to raise your hand and you'll be recognized. Anybody in the audience, please just come forward and we'll give you your time. Sure, yeah, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Tiny Tom. I'm originally from China, and I'm now an American citizen living in Fairfax County. For cultural reasons, Chinese people believe that a person's body should remain intact after death. As a result, people in China do not want to donate the organs. Yet, suddenly in the early 2000s, Chinese hospitals began advertising short wait times for vital organs. Where did all these human organs come from? Extensive and credible reports have revealed that the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, has been killing prisoners of conscience, most of them Falun Gong practitioners, in order to sell the organs. A prominent international human rights organizations recently stated, forced organ harvesting has been committed for years throughout China on a significant scale, and Falun Gong practitioners have been one and probably the main source of organ supply. China has become a major international center for organ transplants, and many American patients travel there for this purpose. In fact, a Northern Virginia resident recently received an offer from China of a kidney transplant for $50,000. This issue should concern us here in King William County because members of our community who need an organ might consider traveling to China for a transplant. Here in the US, the wait time for a matching kidney or liver can take several years. But in China, they can supply a match in a matter of weeks or less. Can you imagine finding out after the fact that your new organ was taken from a person who had been imprisoned for his religion's beliefs and then executed so the CCP could sell you his organ? Please consider passing a resolution alerting our residents and our medical professionals about this issue so they may make an informed decision before traveling to China for an organ transplant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Ji-san Bae. I am originally from South Korea, and I am now an American citizen living in Fairfax County. I would like to offer additional comments on forced organ harvesting in China. Falun Gong is a spiritual practice involving gentle exercises, meditation, and the virtues of truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. It was introduced to the public in 1992 and quickly gained popularity because of its many health and wellness benefits. By 1999, 100 million people were practicing in China alone. Because of Falun Gong's immense popularity and its emphasis on spirituality, the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, considered it a threat. As a result, the head of the CCP launched the persecution of Falun Gong in July 1999. Countless practitioners have been tortured, killed, or disappeared to this day. Shortly after the persecution began, the number of organs available for transplant suddenly increased in China. Miss Chunyan Wang is a survivor of the CCP's persecution who lives right here in Virginia. The police in China killed her husband for protecting her. She spent 7 years in prison for telling people about Falun Gong. She was also blood tested to determine the compatibility of her organs for a potential transplant. If someone goes to China for a transplant, this could very possibly result in the death of an innocent Falun Gong practitioner. The issue of forced organ harvesting in China has been underreported in the US media. In response, a total of 9 counties in Virginia, including Fairfax, Prince William, and Spotsylvania, recently passed resolutions to educate their residents about the practice. And today, I ask you to do the same. Please introduce and pass a resolution to raise awareness of this issue. We are submitting petitions from some 100 local residents in support of this request. Your action will help prevent the citizens of King William County from becoming the unwitting accomplices to the murder of innocent people. It will also help educate our citizens that the Chinese people and the Chinese Communist Party are not one and the same. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yes, if you would actually hand it to our deputy, she'll make sure we get it. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Chris Couch from the District 5. In the March 22nd regular meeting of the Board of Supervisors, Mr. Garber rightfully asked a question about legal fees as it relates to resolutions. Mr. Roberts, our county attorney, was quick to defend the charges his firm has charged King William, in responding by saying the following, and I quote, "Typically, my legal assistant handles that." He also said, "They are mostly processed by my legal assistant," and went on to say, "There's really not much legal work associated with them." Now, a mentor of mine taught me a long time ago, the truth will show itself in the numbers. In seeking this truth, I compiled the fees Mr. McRoberts' firm has charged this county over the past 20 months of service, and the following are the facts as I'll present. In total, King William County has been invoiced for over $279,000 in service fees. Of this amount, paralegal fees represent only 2% of the total amount. The $273,000 have been spent in legal fees compared to only $5,800 in paralegal fees. The per month averages are 42 hours of lawyer time, less than 2 hours of paralegal time, $13,000 in lawyer fees, only $294 in paralegal fees. I will further add that while charging this county close to $300,000 in fees over nearly a 3 calendar years, to my knowledge, this firm has never held a valid King William County business license. Do not get me wrong. I completely understand the value of an outside firm with industry expertise.
For the night,
Nearly 2 decades in a
767, man,
professional
this shit got
services
double
firm
wedgies,
for a
man. I
far
still got dick to
larger
settle, man.
firm
I smashed on the